welcome to a most intriguing video. The point of this is to really give you an insight as to how Hibu can help your business, but at the same time, what life other than Hibu can be for you. So today, we have none other than Mike Batista, owner of Monique's Bass Showroom here in Watertown, Massachusetts, former Hibu user as well.
Correct.
Here just to shine a little light, and we also have Austin Pike of Team Ally Advertising Group. Austin is kind of the guy who sits in the air traffic control center at the 30,000 foot view and looking at all the analytics and all this stuff that, to be quite honest, I'm not really equipped to either like or am not good at. So that's why Austin really fills a void and helps our team help clients propel forward and ramp up results, and most importantly, trim time, which I think, Mike, is something that you were really looking to do when we started talking not too long ago.
Yeah, exactly. You know, being a Hibu customer took a lot of effort, my time, and making me do things that I didn't know about, and I really should have been focusing more on my business and the marketing of my business as opposed to the technical parts, behind the scenes part that I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's something we see all the time. There's different mindsets to having a business. You know, focusing on what needs to happen right here and right now, as well as what was working, and more importantly, what you want to work at a higher level moving forward. And juggling that's not the easiest of things. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. And you know, you're not good at everything as a business owner. You should hire the specialists that do what they do, like you do. You know what you do best.
Sure.
Yeah. So based on results, what was working in the past?
You know, word of mouth is always a big thing in a showroom like this. You know, we had some success through our website with people landing there and coming into the store, but getting them there was a difficult thing, and not understanding how they got there and why they were there is really what I think was missing. But you know, we were able to still eke out a living here. You know, at Monique's. You know, we did a fair amount of sales last year. We've been able to increase to 25% this year. In our year ends today, actually. So you know, it was a pretty good year, given that we had a lot of limitations in our marketing system. And I know we're going to go into that a little bit, but pretty proud of the sales that we did through word of mouth, through a great sales team that we have here, and they're able to convert a lot of sales when people do walk through the door. But getting people in the door is my concern, and which is why I was with Hibu in the first place, kind of by default. My father, the previous owner, brought them in the door. I kind of got stuck with them. And after talking to John earlier, found out that we had a lot of limitations with what we were doing, and they opened my eyes to a lot of new things.
Yeah, I guess if you could take the metaphor of a skyscraper, there's so much going on in the business, from operations to administration to sales to marketing to advancing forward so you can get more of what it is you ultimately started your business for. And within that skyscraper, there's also a lot of holes. And to help the people watching this, and most in particular you watching this, we're just going to take a moment and really talk about how Team Ally Advertising Group helps people understand more about their own business, but also some of the principles that go into getting where they want to be. And there was something that when we first sat down, I said, Mike, the number one thing I think we should do is sit down and have a discovery session. If you could just be so kind, so people watching this, there's other videos about how we help people who have been working with Hibu. And our goal here isn't to bash Hibu. Because, listen, you grew your business 25% with somewhat limited capabilities and functionality. And that's a great thing.
Yeah, a small piece of it was Hibu.
Yeah, no, of course. You did nothing else. It was all done.
Right.
Yeah. But how about that discovery session? Just talk about kind of the logic of it and what you got out of it.
Yeah, it's kind of a self-reflection thing and cathartic to some degree, because I was able to look within and see, where are we at, what are we trying to achieve here, who our customer is, what we sell most of, what kind of products. And it made me think a lot and look into a lot of it afterwards. And all those things came up in the discovery. John, asks you these questions and asks you to delve into those things, because it really starts to paint a picture of what your sales cycle is, who your customer is, what you're really trying to do, where you want to get, and through the marketing piece, you can achieve a lot of that. Obviously, there are other things besides marketing, but marketing, particularly today with the internet, is such a big thing. And the, internet piece of that, for a guy like me, I come from a sales background, I come from a construction background, I don't come from a technical marketing background.
Rams and ROMs and everything.
Right, and clicks and all this stuff. So, I read a lot, I'm fairly involved, so I knew it was something that I needed to do and where I needed to be, but not knowing the technical background, the backdoor stuff the backroom stuff is really what, what you bring to the table that I didn't have. And what I thought, Hibu was able to introduce me to at the time, at really a low entry level, and very quickly found out that there were, really through the discovery session and your follow-up report that you gave me after the discovery, really where that program was lacking, and not just the Hibu program, but the website that they were hosting for us. There's so many limitations that weren't allowing us to do what we needed to do, for our customers.
Yeah. Austin, I know Austin did another video on kind of a lot of the intricacies, ins and outs of Hibu, and just to reiterate, and we'll go on to Mike and some of the website redesign stuff in a sec, but Austin, what have you found are some of those pitfalls that people may have who work with Hibu or who are even looking for it or may have in the past?
Sure. So as some things that Mike pointed to, there's not an option to put an opt-in box for email. All the ads are pointing to the same homepage, and also all the intricacies of how ads are performing, how different keywords performing are kind of hidden back in the platform, and so it's very hard to actually increase performance based on feedback, based on real life results.
How about the aesthetics of the different skins, if you would? That they all pretty much cut from the same cord type of thing?
Yeah, so my site actually looked a lot like other sites that Hibu had built, and it was very apparent. And so, I'm sure that you had a lot of reason to redo your site.
Yeah, the old style site was, we tried to get everything on one page, one home page, and then you go to other places from there. The new style of the new template, if you will, is more of a scrolling website, which is new, and we like to be new and relevant. And there were also limitations in numbers of pages I could have for photos of before and after products. They wouldn't let me have an extensive gallery. Just that they said it just wasn't part of the package that we had. There wasn't a package that really could cater to our needs. Landing pages, capturing email addresses, and so many other things. It was just limited, if you will. It was clean and simple, but didn't do what I needed it to do to grow the business.
So taking some of the kind of the limiting things on the layout and all that, then there's also marketing psychology, putting the human element into the mix. And I know, based on knowing what your bread and butter transaction is, what has the most margin, Mike's business, he brokers a lot of plumbing and bathroom remodeling products, and everything from faucets to sinks to tubs to, overseeing the design elements of all of that too, working cohesively with either other designers or other contractors, and that stuff's great. So there are communication mechanisms that were missing too, because it was just really written. Your site was laid out and developed for search engines and for paid media, which is awesome, but it's only so awesome when you're eliminating the human searcher.
And then in our business today, so many people start their remodeling projects online, months before they do the work. So they're out there, they're researching, they want to see product, they want to do their research ahead of time, and then ultimately come into the store, with some ideas already, which helps us as a showroom, but also helps them because they've already kind of decided what the style is going to be. And our website needed to, be flexible enough so that they could go into the website and see the product, which they couldn't do before. So.
Yeah, and the only thing I'll say on that is we really, after the discovery session, we sat down and I pulled Austin in and said, all right, Austin, we got to cater the ads to really what matters most in building a business today. And your service agreement's awesome. The way you work with products is awesome. This is me and anybody watching this video, including the LA Advertising Group, Monique's Best Show. It's all awesome. But if you don't entice somebody with an offering to get them to say, ooh, that's intriguing. I like what they had to say there, and I definitely need to take action on this because what they are providing, you've offered a couple incentives. You just did a promotion for kind of like a singing shower head. I know it's a corny way of explaining it in a not so elegant way, but that's really what it is. It's a really cool giveaway that you thought would have value. And from that alone, Mike, some measurables. Measure, monitor, adjust, and control is a huge part of what we do, and that's everything for what you want to see as well as what we need to provide, as well as if it's working. You added 40-something new email subscribers. That's a phenomenal thing. By the way, there wasn't one on automation added in the last 2 years because you didn't have that package. Whatever that means. The other thing was social media. We've done some stuff with social media ads and really ramping that up. You've added, upwards of 60 new Facebook fans in 2 weeks, by the way. And at the same time, how are you feeling now? What's your gut telling you moving forward? And then we're going to wrap this video up.
Yeah, just because there's a whole world out there that we weren't reaching, and this gives us the ability to reach customers that wouldn't otherwise necessarily find us. And for me, and for our showroom, getting customers in the showroom is what we need. And these guys do that as an integrated package. Just talking about social media, my website redesign and implementation, the whole behind-the-scenes pay-per-click and display ad scene, and helping write copy, blogging. It's really, instead of just being a one-dimensional website that some people click to on occasion, now we're this integrated kind of social media, highly technical, backroom, little marketing machine that's all automated, which is for me great because it frees me up to do what I do best, and that's to get customers in the store and treat them well when they get there and service them well. So
yeah.
So hopefully next year at this time we'll have another 25%.
So you got a lot of pressure now socially. You have to know what the heck you're talking about. Everybody thinks you're this marketing fool, right?
Buzzwords.
Yeah, for sure. So, Austin, real quick before we wrap it up, I mean, when somebody reaches out, maybe that hears this or sees another video on the page you put together for Hibu users, or non-Hibu users, of course, people who just want to really earn more by doing less and working with experts, what is it exactly that we can help them with? I know we put together this power triangle. What is exactly that? And how can it help people right from the get-go?
Sure. So we really, help business transform the business in 3 areas. In traffic, conversion, and economics. Traffic meaning we really want the website to get worthy traffic that's targeted and drive them to landing pages that convert. And really, in the end, we want to have them experience both short-term and long-term ROI. Short-term ROI being clicks or opt-ins, long-term ROI really meaning nurturing the sales process so that these people are going to slowly become more familiar with you and really increase customer share.
Yeah, so there you have it. If you personally are looking to gain more control over all of your business development efforts, ultimately get more business, make more money, and we even have a little bit of fun with all this stuff, this is definitely something that not only we are saying, but now we have live proof of somebody who's gone through this process, as rigorous as it may have been at times. At the end of it all, the future definitely looks bright, I think, for all parties involved here. As for you, we look forward to sharing the futures of your success. Browse this page, take action on any of the prompts on the page, and ultimately we just want to help you get rightfully what is yours, what it is you started your business for, and why that matters. So take care, be awesome, and we'll talk to you soon.